Yo, hello ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, good night to anybody watching this. As you can see, I still have my hair, so I have not literally taken a trade on the $40 challenge account, and that's based for NZDCAD. That's what we're gonna do, the outlook. But before that, I didn't chart up GBPJPY because I wasn't biased, and literally just took me out today right now. I had secured 30 pips and let the rest run risk free, and it took me out literally right now. That was this trade right here. I wanted to go over that first. Now I'm thinking price is gonna melt below something like this. For now, but we're gonna have to rechart this up. But for now, let's go over NZDCAD. Starting from the monthly to the higher time frame. Actually, we'll start from the weekly. From the weekly, you can see price tested 078,300, and we had an instant push to the upside. Now we're consolidating between 083,100 and 081,600. Now it happened to the daily. On the daily, you can see the consolidation, the range a little bit better. Price is failing to break below 081,600, and is failing to break above 083,100. It's kind of just ranging between each zone. So now I'm seeing price on its way back to 081,600. Pause it and read it. On the 4 hour, on the 4 hour, we just created a lower high. Bearish engulfing candle after price broke above 083 and cleared all of these highs. Then we had a bearish engulfing candle. We had a break of structure here. We had a lower high, more lower highs, break of structure, lower high. Definitely the price is looking like it's definitely coming back to 081,600. Definitely I'd just wait for a trade at 081,600. I mean, what are we? 50 pips away. So the price can definitely do something like this. Maybe some buys back to the upside, or some possible sells and continue. Now let's go into USDJPY. We can pause it and read it. Start from the higher time frame into the shorter time frames. On the monthly, we were bullish here, but obviously price price failed to break above 160, and then we came back to test 140, and then price failed to break above 160. This time it failed to break above 158 for 100, creating this lower high. Now we tested 140 again. To me, it's just looking like we have a weak support, right? The more you test the zone, the weaker it is. And on the weekly, we have this respected supply at 148. So definitely price can continue melting all the way to 140, or it can come back to 148, break above, and then we continue back to the buys to 160, 158. But for now, it's still currently bearish on the monthly, bearish on the weekly, and the daily is bearish turning bullish. The H4 is bearish turning bullish. Obviously, price tested. What is it? 143. So yeah, it's 143. You can see 143. Alright, price created a double bottom, and now we have a daily bullish engulfing candle, and now this is looking like a higher low, daily higher low. On the 4 hour, you can even see we already have nice structure, bullish structure again. And price is looking like it's going back to 148. So for now, it's still bullish, at least on the 4 hour. Right, we would need price to break below here for us to sell again. So definitely we could possibly then get on some buys. Well, TP1, it would have been here. Right, the buys this would have been a good trade right here. Something like this. It's on the 4 hours, on the 1 hour and 30 minute, it would have looked good. Yep, it's today. TP1 would be here, and let the rest run. but I would have already been up 45 pips. So if you enter the trade now, it's not a good risk to reward. Plus, you've already been risk free. You see, now it's way bad. Now it's way off risk to reward. Now what I would wait for is maybe price to do a little pullback and continue, or if it could break above this supply and give you something like this. But for now, price has to flip bullish on the smaller time frames, and I need to miss an entry on that buy. Let's go into USDCAD. Pause it and read it. On the monthly, we were heavily bearish, and I mean we still are. On the weekly, we're heavily bearish. Bearish engulfing candle below 139, lower high below 139. Price looking like it's hitting 134,500. Hop on the daily. Well, on the daily now we're looking already like we're flipping bullish. No, I still typed it bearish. On the 4 hour and the H1 is flipping bullish. See, on the daily we're failing to break below. You can see on the 4 hour better. We're failing to break below this nice little demand zone. You can see price is respecting it, which is at 135, 135,500, 135,600. So now price can literally flip back up to the upside here, similar to UJ. Or if price can break below 135,500 again, could possibly get some sales. But for now, UJ and USD kind of looking like they're flipping back bullish. And actually, an entry here, if price gives us another bullish engulfing candle and a higher low here, that would be a nice little entry. Something like this. I'm actually gonna set an alert here, just for if price can break below, and then we could create the bullish engulfing candle. If price can break above, we create the bullish engulfing candle and create the higher low. That would be a nice, good risk to reward trade actually. Oh, play 85 pips stop loss. I mean, it's because I would already been in the trade. I'd already had to be in the trade here. If we were gonna be in buys, that would have been 39 pips. The risk reward would have been good. That would have already been up 40 pips. And if maybe I could set my stop loss below here, if the bullish engulfing candle and the higher low do happen. So now, last but not least, GJ. Pause and read it. Monthly into smaller time frames. You see, GJ is flipping but now bullish. From bearish to bullish, price failed to break below 185, created that monthly double bottom, and now we have a monthly bullish engulfing candle. Up onto the weekly bullish engulfing candle, weekly higher lows, and a weekly bullish trend. Now, if price can break above this nice low supply and demand zone, turn it back into demand, create a higher low above it. This would be a nice little swing trade. 800 pips all the way to 208. Let's go into the daily. The daily, you can see price try flipping bearish engulfing candle. Now it might actually start flipping back bullish. Huge bullish engulfing candle. And it was flipping bearish because of this lower highs. So even if price can break back above here, it still should signal that it's flipping back bullish. I was thinking that price was gonna come back all the way to 195 again, and then give us a trade off 195. The potential buys or the potential sale below. And I mean, it can still happen. But now, if prices, as long as price remains bullish, we could possibly get an entry above here. But I mean, for now, we just literally have to wait for every trading or every opportunity. The closest one to enter a possible trade was UJ and USDCAD. But UJ I should have already been. This is UJ, by the way. You can see UJ I should have already been in these buys somewhere around here, already in profit. In profit at least 40 pips. So that was it. Peace and love to anybody watching this. I command you health, wealth for you and your entire family. Back to work. See you next week.